Just a quickie, Alex. Wasn't a good game to be named man of the match, mate, but man of the match you were. What was your thoughts on how that went?
It's hard to put it into sort of to explain it really, but I thought first half we were in control. I think we had about 80% of the possession, 80% of the game. It didn't really get in our half. Obviously they've scored a goal from a set piece. They've had a long distance shot which Fons has saved, good save, and then they've obviously scored off a corner. Disappointing from us, obviously defensively not dealing with that as a team, but all in all I thought first half we done well. We put a lot of pressure on them we didn't really create a lot in the final third in terms of clear-cut chances, but we were certainly getting in the good areas to do that. Yeah.
Was it a red card, Alex? From
my point of view, I don't think it was a red card. He's went into a tackle wholehearted. It was a 50-50 between them both. His back foot slipped, his left foot slipped, and it's looked, I think, worse than probably what it was. I mean, the referee wasn't going to do anything originally. He spoke to the linesman, a couple of their players got in his ear, and influence. That's what happens, and unfortunate for Jack really.
You mentioned the first goal, but I mean the last goal was just unlucky. Could we have defended better against the goals today? Yeah,
well, I think the second goal, obviously, it's a slip out wide, and the lad sort of got away. We've obviously tried to play out, which we've got to do. Fons has tried to play a ball out, and look, we've had a slip, and the lads got in, and we're going for the game there at that point with 10 men, and it's just one of those things. It happens.
You're having a good season, Alex. You must be happy with your own form. I mean, this must be half a dozen man of the matches, isn't it?
It's a few, isn't it? Yeah, but it doesn't feel quite as good when you get beat 3-0. But it's always nice to know that you're doing all right and you're doing your job, I guess.
And as disappointing as today is, we've stayed unbeaten until mid-December. That's a decent run, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a good run for any team at any level, isn't it? If you can go unbeaten that long, sort of near enough to the middle of the season, yeah, it's always a massive positive. Yeah.
Have the heavy pitches been against us, mate? So our performances seem to have stuttered a bit since the bad weather came.
Well, I think that the pitches, the weather, it's the time of the year where it's not really conducive to quick, fast football, and it's a battle, it's a slog, and that's sometimes you've just got to get through that period of having to fight games out, slog and battle, and just have that little bit of quality in the final third. And you've also got to make sure that you keep the back door shut and defend properly.
And the lack of games isn't good, is it? I mean, there's nothing like match practice, and we've only played one game in the last 6 weeks.
Yeah, it's obviously it's one of those where the more you play, the more fluidity you get, and you start sort of putting phases together a little bit more, and the more, like you say, the more you play, the more chances and things you get in games.
Well, thanks for that, Alex.
Cheers.
I'm lucky to do, man. Thank you.